Oh man, well, here we have it, guys. So today is gonna be a special video, a special type of stream. We're actually gonna go over Kabal, and I'm gonna do it as short as possible. I'm not sure how long this stream is gonna be or how long this video is gonna be, because again, I am gonna rip it straight from the stream to YouTube. Yeah, I guess we can get started in a few minutes. But I just want to clarify. I'm gonna try to do this as organized as possible, so I'm gonna set up the beginning of the video is gonna be pretty much variationless Kabal. It's gonna be just centered around Kabal's main move list and his tool set. And then as we progress forward, we're gonna go ahead and do variation 1, which is mean streak, and then clean cut, and then the spins afterwards. I also promised you guys some combat league later after the stream. But I figure I'm just gonna incorporate it in the video. So basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go through a general overview of Kabal, right? Tell you guys all the good stuff and stuff like that. And then after that, we're gonna go to variation specific, right? Like I said. And then we're gonna go in combat league, play like a few games, maybe 1 or 2 with that variation and with the knowledge that I was talking about. So yeah, I'm excited, man. It's a different type of video, different type of stream. Hope you guys are just as excited as I am. But without further ado, let's get started. I see you guys. What's up, Patriot? Okay, guys. So here we have it. Here we have a general overview of Kabal, right? Now, let's get it. Okay, so general overview of Kabal. What does that mean? Hold on, let me just remove some of the alert boxes and donations real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Everything okay? Sounding like it's gonna be in depth. Yes, as much as possible. All right, guys. So Kabal. Base move, right? Base Kabal. What should we start with? We're gonna start with his frame data and his moves, right? 7 frame startup on stand 1, which is really good punishing, right? We all know this. What's really good in his tool set is we're just gonna go. So basically, what we're gonna do is go through his moves, right? And I'll tell you guys which one is just what to look for and expect in every move. So stand 1 leads into that full string stand 1-1-1, which is a pretty decent walk. I mean, compare it to Liu Kang, it's not the best, right? Covers decent ground. His down one is also 7 frames, really good. His back one is the go-to move. We'll get to that a little earlier in a bit. Has a pretty good stand 1 hitbox, or stand 2. Let me turn on the frame data for you guys real quick. So that's actually +3 on block. Really good, right? Okay. Next up we have back 2. Back 2, you won't see this a lot. Because of its 16 frame startup. You can catch people off guard and get some pretty decent plus frames, right? So that could be used in a corner, especially where it's really good to use, right? Because you got some pushback and your +2, so it's really good after you maybe do a jump in, right? Beta poke, beta down poke, or something like that. Really good move, really good space control, +2 on block. Really good. Next move we have his forward 2, which is one of his go-to mids. Now I did make a video on this mid, and I feel like it being 12 frames kinda is detrimental to the character. I feel like mids that are 9 to 11 frames are really great mids, just because usually, see it on the frame data, it says down 1 startup is 7 frames, -4 on block. You add that together, that's 11 frames, right? Well, this being 12 frames, you know, you can get mashed on double twice. It doesn't really guarantee you after your opponent does a down poke, right? So it's kind of tough. I would prefer it to be 11 frames. Not the best, but it has really good pushback if you just do standing 2 or forward 2. And then it also goes into forward 2-2, which is also really good. And keep in mind, this string actually is really good on block throughout it all, right? It has really good pushback, -1 at max range, -3 for the stagger, and when you end it in overhead, -2. So pretty good frames afterwards, right? So Kabal players, what you'll see is usually us taking advantage of that, going for a down one after, or doing a jump, or just backing up, or whatever it may be. Really good frames after the end. The only issue is just the startup. 12 frames, not the best, but you know, it's solid mid. Next up we have his down 2, which is all right. It's all right. It's not the best. I saw throughout the Joker trailer that Joker was using his cane as a down 2, and I wish that NRS would have implemented Kabal's hook swords for his down 2, similar to like Jade's sword and stuff like that. But again, not the best. I wouldn't go for his anti-air with down 2. Stand 3. You'll see this a lot in for punishes, like Liu Kang's fireballs. Forward 3, a lot of people say it's +6, it's really good, but in my opinion, you'll never see me use it just because of how slow the startup is. I mean, it is good to throw it out, but if your opponent is really expecting you, this is not a great move, or not a great button, I should say. His down 3 is really good. Down 3 is really good as an anti-air. Let's go ahead and set the opponent to jump. Okay. Hold up. Broken Devora. See that? And you can go into your combo and whatnot. So pretty good anti-air. And you can also use his stand 1 is really good. Stand 2 is also really good for like those weird hitboxes. See like that? Oh, let's go. That's a really one, trust me. There you go. See, has like a really weird hitbox above his head. Stand 4, really good. I mean, if you're godlike, you can anti-air with it. I'm not that godlike, so you won't see me doing that. But yeah. So there's that, right? Obviously. Hold on, are we still happening? Okay, we're good. So there's that, and then we have his sweep, which is pretty good. -13, not the best, man. Not the best at all. Has some decent pushback. You're getting punished for that though, definitely. You won't see me doing that a lot. Forward 4. His 9-frame mid, his inferior subpar 9-frame mid in my opinion, but nonetheless it is a 9-frame mid. The only issue that I have with this move is that on hits, where we at? On hits, it's -2, and if you complete the string, it sends them full screen, which is an issue in my opinion. As Kabal players, like I said in the previous video, you want them to stay close to you, and you want them to be punished for their mashing and whatnot. So, but nonetheless, keep in mind, when I do go through variation specific, I'm going to I'll show you guys a lot about this move and how it gets so much better in each variation. And so his last button being down 4, which is his go-to, in my opinion, my go-to neutral tool. You'll see me use this a lot. It has really good range. It's 11 frame startup, and it also is, I believe, -6 on block. Yeah, -6 on block, has pretty good pushback. Really good. Look at that range. Just assume you do that. Right, really good. Okay, so that's pretty much his base moves, right? His base moves. Let's get into his strings. Right, 1-1, really good stagger. You can complete the string with 1-1-1. Also, these are all hit confirmable. And then we have his infamous, the string that makes Kabal and so many people's eyes, which is back one. Now this is obviously a great mid. I'm not downplaying this mid, but it also can be low profiled in certain situations, like Aaron Black's down 4, Johnny Cage is down 4. This back one part is not a full mid at the tip, so it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It has a weird hitbox. Nonetheless, really good. Safe on block, -4. Really good, right? Now we go into start of his staggers, right? So like I said before, his stand 2 being +3 on block, this becomes dangerous because now he's +3 and he's in your face, right? And he has a 9-frame mid, so that makes his 9-frame mid come out at 6 frames, which means he can catch players. Pretty much it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed if you're on point and you're playing against a character with a 7-frame or 8-frame down 1. This mid right here is guaranteed, and I'll show you guys why it gets so much more scarier in certain variations. But yeah, stand 2 also leads into 2-2, which is -1 a block. Really good stagger. A lot of people know that this is a good stagger, so what you'll see a lot of people do is you'll see a lot of people just jump afterwards. So like, I don't know. Hold up. Okay, well, you'll see a lot of people just jump afterwards after that, and or try to disrespect the stagger. But that's when you incorporate 112, right? Which is also -2 on block, which is so godlike in my opinion. This is -1. So look at this. This is stand 2 is +3 on block. Stand 2-2 is -1 on block. Stand 2-2-1 is -2 on block. So all of these kind of like, you know, you can get away with hitting your opponent, you know, and you're in the face. Also, you can so yeah, like I said, you could really use this as some mind games and stuff like that. Stand 2 also has another segment of the string, which is stand 2-3. Really good range, -2 on block. Kind of an auto shimmy. I mean, I see people get hit by this. Not a real auto shimmy, obviously, but you will catch people off guard with this. It has really good range. If you throw it out in the neutral, like you can really throw this out in the neutral kind of. And also, like I said again, you'll see the importance of this move, of this whole stand 2-3 in certain variations. Certain variations, this actually gets really scary. And then, like I said, I already covered forward 2-2, and I covered his forward 4. So then let's get into his special moves. The buzzsaw that everybody hates getting zoned by. Really good. Not the best projectile. He has decent zoning in my opinion. You can amplify it obviously to be safe. Keep in mind that there is a gap, right? There is a gap. Opponents can't avoid this. But yeah, -1 on block, which is really good. You can go for a down poke or whatever it is, grab, backdash. And then this is obviously the oh, and another thing about his buzzsaw is it obviously leads into a combo. Right? Obviously a really good combo starter, has good pressure tools. What would really be good if that connected, but it doesn't, sadly. Yeah, like I said. And another part of his zoning tool, what I think in my opinion is one of his best neutral tools, is his air projectile. Now Kabal can have various frame data depending on where and how high it is thrown. So right here, -9, pretty safe, -3. So you'll see me throwing that, and you can amplify it, which is actually pretty cheap to being plus on block. It's kind of like Jade a little bit, but like I said, really good neutral tool. You can throw this out, but keep in mind if you get a little antsy with this, like you can get blown up for it. You can get blown up for sure. Kabal broke? Stop downplaying? Nah, bro. Kabal is not broke. Anyway, so yeah, really good neutral tool. Now, obviously, I'm going through his base moves right now, and Nomad dash is what in my opinion is what defines Kabal, you know, the Nomad dash. So obviously this is everything. Great combo starter, leaves him in a stun. You can get a restand after this, so check this out. Oh, wait, hold up, that whiffed. So that's guaranteed, right? So like, watch, if I tell Devora to auto block after being hit and tell her to jump afterwards, check this out. This is basically a guaranteed restand. Oh, hold up, I don't know why my jump is whiff. Look, that's guaranteed. Like, that's a guaranteed restand. This becomes so much more scarier in the corner. So check this out. So I get a conversion, right? Hold up, I'm bad. So actually, you can even... So check this out. So 24% going for a restand. Right? So it's pretty cheap, you know? You can... And like, okay, yeah, but you get the point, right? So that restand actually gets even more scarier in a certain variation that I'll show you guys when we get there. But yeah, he does have a restand off of that. Guaranteed restand. Let's put him in the center. So that's Nomad dash. Obviously, you could throw it out full screen if you're like me and do some crazy stuff with Kabal. YOLO boys. But yeah, so Nomad dash, really good. Kind of a good punisher. Like if people do like fatal blows on block, they're really punishable. You could just do a reversal Nomad dash. Solid. You know, I wish that they would buff the frame data because it is 20 frames startup, which is kind of slow in my opinion. But we'll see. So let's carry on to his last special move, or base special move, which is his hook slam. Now this is an ender. This is a combo ender. It gives pretty good Oki. You're plus 19 after the Oki. Pretty much can do whatever you want. You can also amplify it for more damage and more Oki frames. Right now you have 29 frames of Oki instead of 19. Now you can go up for pretty much anything. Dash up grab. Dash up down 4. Or, you know, what's really godlike is against certain characters. So check this out. Kabal has really good Oki options. So give me a second. Get up mode. I think this is our up 3. Is this up 3? Okay. Now I don't know if it'll work on Devora, but Devora's up 3 is really good. So let's see. Okay, so you say you get him in the combo. Okay, yeah, so you would have to test it for Devora, but because her up 3 is mad good. Okay, there you go. So on amplified, he gets a guaranteed back one check into Nomad dash, and it's a full combo punish. So check this out. See, that's a punish, right? And it actually, my back one actually buffered off of Devora's frames, and it didn't hit me, but it still got the Nomad dash out for a full combo punish. Literally by me just sticking out the back one and buffering it into Nomad dash, which is actually godlike, right? So needless to say, he has really good Oki tools, and obviously there's different styles versus every character, right? Not every character has the same up 3, stuff like that. And let me just show you that it's safe if the opponent doesn't wake up. So let's just see get up mode, wake up roll. Say they do a forward roll, right? And let me set them up to jump. Okay. Right? Safe Oki. See that? You're probably like -1 maybe, you know? So really good OS option select. And then also let me do a wake up block. Check it out. Right? It whiffs. Obviously you lose your Oki, but you get a guaranteed check after her. You know, it's just kind of like you're playing safe, you know? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? So yeah, what we have here is obviously a Kabal guide if you just turned in. Right now we're going over through the overview of variationless Cabal. So yeah, guys, that's basically his tool set. Really good base character in my opinion. He doesn't have obviously the mix in this variation, or obviously in no variation. But I think the character can sort of be played with no variation. So yeah, I think he can actually. I think he can. He has some pretty good mix and stuff like that. As far as strike though. But that's pretty much it for Cabal as far as like I said, variationless Cabal.